What do you do with a Cyberoam firewall that has reached end of life? You give it a second life. Welcome back to Mtalam Tech. Today I am converting a Cyberoam CR100iNG into a modern, open-source OPNsense firewall, the complete process, including the mistakes, so you don't repeat them. Before we start, here is everything you need. The Cyberoam CR100iNG itself, or any similar x86 appliance. A USB to serial console cable. A USB flash drive, 4 GB or larger, for the installer. An Ethernet cable, and a PC with a terminal program like Tera Term or PuTTY. And that is it, no license, and no subscription. OPNsense is completely free and open source. Go to opnsense.org/download, select the AMD64 architecture, and choose the serial image. That part is important, because this appliance has no VGA port, only a serial console. Flash the image to your USB drive with Rufus or Balena etcher, and you are ready to follow along. First, the console connection. The CR100 has a serial console port, and I am using a USB to serial adapter. In Device Manager it shows up under ports as a CH340 device, on COM7. In Tera Term, open that serial port and set the speed to 115,200 baud. That is the rate these appliances talk at. With the OPNsense installer written to a USB drive and plugged into the appliance, we power it on, and the boot messages start streaming in over the serial console. When the live system comes up, it asks us to assign interfaces. I set IG1 as the WAN, and IG0 as the LAN. OPNsense writes its initial configuration and brings everything up with the default LAN address of 192.168.1.1. To install to the internal drive, log in with the username installer. The default password is OPNsense. And yes, it took me a couple of tries. Watch your typing on serial consoles, there is no feedback on the password field. The installer offers ZFS, which is what I recommend. It is resilient against sudden power loss, which firewalls suffer a lot. Select Stripe, pick the internal hard drive. This unit has a 320 GB disk, and confirm. The last chance warning means exactly what it says. Everything on that disk, including Cyberoam, is about to be wiped for good. And now it installs. In real time this took about 7 minutes, so enjoy the time lapse while OPNsense clones itself onto the drive and verifies every file. Once the copy is done, the installer asks for a root password. Choose a strong one. This is the account that controls your entire firewall. Then select Complete Install, and the system reboots from the internal drive. Another short wait while the appliance reboots. Sped up again. You're welcome. And here is the moment of truth. The CR100 boots straight into OPNsense from its own disk. Log in as root with the password you just set, and you land on the console menu. We want option 2, set interface IP address, because the default address doesn't match my network. I give the LAN interface a static address of 192.168.0.68 with a /24 subnet. No upstream gateway on the LAN, no IPv6, and I skip the DHCP server for now, since my network already has one. OPNsense rewrites its config and tells us the web interface is ready on that address. So we open a browser and, nothing. Connection timed out. I will save you the 13 minutes I spent here. The lesson: make sure your PC is plugged into the port you assigned as LAN, IG0, and give the interface a moment after the reconfigure. And there it is. Firefox warns about the self-signed certificate that is expected on a fresh install, so accept it and continue. Log in as root, and we are greeted by the OPNsense setup wizard, running on what used to be a locked-down Cyberoam box. And that is it. Congratulations. You have just set up a modern, up-to-date firewall on old hardware that was headed for the trash. If this video helped you, subscribe to Tech, and I will see you in the next one.